Alright, it's about 3 days before my annual hike. I usually take about a week every year and get into the woods and clear my head. And I made a lot of changes this year, and I noticed a lot of hikers like to go like what's in their pack, but I want to take it a step further in what I'm going to be wearing, what I'm going to be eating. I just want to give the whole banana, because you don't really see that from a lot of hiking videos. And I want to be one of the few people that actually shows you all the changes I've made and why I've made these changes. So I guess this part, I'm really going to focus on what I'm actually going to be wearing, and then my pack, and then the other series I go into the different systems, the sleep system, the food system, the cooking system, and stuff like that. So I guess let's start with the clothes. I guess the first thing to start out with, the boots. If you've seen some of my other videos, I'm going with the Salomon Quests. Main reason is my feet are susceptible to getting athlete's foot. So whenever my feet get wet, especially in the rain, a day or two later, I'm definitely having some fungus, which I actually packed away in my med kit is some antifungal cream. But the last boots I had in my last trip were the Morels mid hikers. I forget the name of them. They didn't work out too well. About three rain seasons in, water's getting through, and I'm getting athlete's foot. So I tried these out in my bathtub. They worked out pretty nicely. And then in my last video, was the 16-mile shakedown hike. I had a rainstorm at the end. Feet were dry, so I'm pretty happy with these. The only thing I didn't like, which I guess you really can't get around it, is from going up and down the mountains, my feet were getting banged up, my toes anyway. And I guess one way to alleviate that is I bought, you really can't tell, so I'm not going to show you, but I got some of those gels, those foot gels, the pads you put in. So hopefully that works out. I'll let you guys know how that goes during my hike. I guess we'll go from the bottom up. These are sock liners. They actually help wick away the moisture from your feet, and they help, I guess, stopping any blisters that may occur. I haven't really received any blisters since I stopped wearing cotton socks, which is one tip for me to you. Don't wear cotton socks. The moisture gets trapped in the cotton, it stays on your skin, it rubs against your skin, and it gives you a lot of blisters. So going to my next thing is, you want to get yourself some wool socks. So with a combination, the sock liner, which wicks away the moisture, and the wool socks, which also wick away moisture, you should eliminate a lot of the blisters. Not saying you won't get blisters, but it's one remedy against it. So these are, I guess, some light REI merino wool socks. Merino wool, as opposed to straight wool, is less itchy. It's a wool synthetic blend. That's good for you. Moving on, I have some convertible pants into shorts. So I don't know if you can tell. I took one pant leg off so you can see that it actually comes off. Little zipper action going on. These are Craig Hopper's Kiwi convertible pants. They come from the UK. The reason why I went with the UK was because there's the very few convertible pants. They're a cotton polyester mix. This is a 65% polyester, 35% cotton. You don't want to go straight cotton, like I said. They say cotton kills. What they mean by that is the cotton retains the moisture, keeps the moisture against your skin, and when the temperatures drop at night, you're going to still have the wetness on your skin, which is going to act as a way to cool your body down, and you might get hypothermia, and then you'll be in a lot of trouble then. So, but going back to the pants, a lot of the convertible pants out there, Campmore, REI, and stuff like that, they're like straight 100% polyester or polyester nylon. The problem with that, I noticed, is when I sat by the fire and some of the flying embers when the fire pops touches your pants, instant hole. Absolutely instant hole. They burn right through it in 2 seconds. So with this 35%, 65% polyester cotton blend, if the fire ember hits my pants, it's not going to burn through it. A little expensive at, I guess they was $70 when I bought these. And I had to pay a little bit of shipping, but you know what? These things are great. They also come with a special treatment where when the water hits it, it beads off. and it says it lasts, I don't know, 50 or 100 washes. I don't know. I've only washed these things twice because I only take these things out when I go hiking, and I don't go hiking very often, unfortunately. About 3 to 7 times a year if I get the opportunity. Alright, moving on. Well, next thing is the shirt. Again, staying away from cotton. Is this Columbia titanium? Is this doesn't say, but I think it's 100% nylon. Wicks away the moisture. I wore this on my last trip. I absolutely love it. Moisture doesn't stay on my skin very long. It evaporates quickly. And this thing survived about 3 days, including a rainstorm. Not bad. Fire kit. My fire kit stays in my pants. If by chance I had to drop my pack for some unannounced reason, I had to run into the woods away from something, I don't want to be away from 2 things. One is the ability to make fire. The other thing is the ability to protect myself. So I have my Leatherman C303 blade. I think this is a 2.5, 3-inch blade. And my fire kit. I guess I'll explain what's in my fire kit. It's a really simple kit. I have my striker attached to this nice little bag. I have dryer lint, which is free. Since I live in an apartment complex, I just stole somebody else's lint. I have a small Altoid tin, which I have char cloth, which is another way to make fire. So I have one method, dry lint. Second method, I have char cloth. Third method, magnesium rod, which I got from firesteel.com. Thank you very much. Great prices over there at firesteel.com. And fire steel. I forget what size this is. I think this might be the Scout, but firesteel.com makes some pretty good fire steels. That's my kit. That goes right in my pocket, along with my knife, which also goes in my pocket. The other thing that I'll be carrying is the map. I have the map of the AT, of the section I'm going to be at. And I also had the guidebook, and I mapped out water sources. Each day we're going to be on the trail, so I know after we get water, when's the next water source is going to be, so I know how much I can drink depending if it's a hot day or it's not. If it's a cool day, I'm not going to drink that much, so I can go 2 or 3 spots, or 2 or 3 water sections up before I really have to refill. So it's a really good piece of advice. Really map it out. You don't want to be like, oh, when's the next water thing, and you're dying of thirst, and your buddy there is a camel, and he sucked all his water out, and then you guys are in trouble. Because Kent, buddy's going with me, he's a camel, he sucks down water. So that's mainly why I did it. I can go about 1.5 liters, 2 liters, about 8 miles, and I could be okay, but Kent's a big guy, and he will suck down his water. Bandana, multi-uses. Main use, cover my bald head. Sun beats down in it, and I get pretty sunburned pretty easily. Also keeps the sweat out of my eyes. It could be used as the washcloth when I, a couple days in, I want to wash my face or wash my body. It's a pretty useful item. And the other thing that always stays with me, usually on my head or my eyes, sunglasses. Gotta have them. Gotta have them. It gets pretty bright out there.